Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Dual Destinies! Again, this time we are finally starting Case 3, Turnabout Academy. I have extremely mixed thoughts about this case. It's not bad, but it's also not good in my opinion. It's around the same level as Case 2, it's kind of weak, and there's also a lot of canon inconsistencies that are in this case in particular, which... well, you'll see once we get to that point. So let's just start.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
We've just entered the dark hour. Seriously, there's a lot of parallels to Persona with this part. Spoilers, they all did it. That's the end of Case 3, guys! Let's go to Case 4. Oh no, I'm gonna be late! Sorry, something just happened. Phew! Finally! So this is it! The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. Jesus Christ, how are you that late? At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone in the school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. God, that text went really slow. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start, but where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here! Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo! I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. I shall make her right, I will not... Oh, who do we have here? Oh right, you haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this Hollow Hall of Learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful! So vigorous and vivacious! You've just earned yourself a gold star. Wow, thanks! That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Yeah, just a bit. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. First, we're going to present our badge. What magnificent presentation technique! Both your timing and speed were impeccable. Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence too? Absolutely. The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach here. I believe Mr. Wright and the others like him already make extensive use of them. You do, boss? Well, to some degree, I guess. It never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought. Yeah, okay. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. What about the police? After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney, Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. Yes, and about defending a whale. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that makes a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Uh-huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. Oh dear Lord. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. I keep making these hand motions while I'm doing his voice. This is really creepy. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guest. I'm Juniper Woods, a third year in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you'll look after our visitors, Juniper? Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Hmm? Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes. Well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. That was weird. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's only one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum, after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair! I want to see the mock trial, too! Sorry, I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Is this, Well, I know the DLC came out after the game, but it feels like Wright just did that because he didn't get to do the case in DLC. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring! I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Eeh! What was that? Athena? I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, but behind the witness stand. What? Hey! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor! Wait, that's who we're supposed to be meeting with? It looks like our meeting's been cancelled for us. No, wait! This can't be real! I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall, too.
No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police gets here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here.
Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should go look around while the scene's still fresh.
But... Okay, you're the boss.
Let's present my badge first. Oh, a shiny new attorney's badge. Brings back memories.
I've heard that countless people lived in dread of your pointer finger. Were you really that scary back then, Mr. Wright?
Strike one. I've always been just as you see me here.
A harmless sheep in wolf's clothing?
Strike two.
Do you have an old picture of yourself? Wait, never mind. I'm not sure I want to see it.
Strike three. You're out. In addition to checking the body, we should also check the area around it. But we don't have much time. Check only what you can. Nervous, Athena?
Yes! I mean, no! Apollo didn't bat an eye at the alderman's body during the case in Ninetail's Vale. I can't let him show me up. I can do this. Just take a deep breath and focus. So, Professor Court was...
Yep, the professor I was here to meet with. Turns out she wasn't running late after all.
How awful. Here she was lying dead and we thought she was late. What was that you were saying before, boss? You never finished.
Huh? Oh, that. Don't worry, I'll fill you in later. But right now, let's focus on the investigation, okay?
Okay, sure. Ugh, the suspense is killing me.
Alright, let's examine.
Ugh, I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer.
Let's look at the injury.
Ugh, there's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds?
This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands.
A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon? Well, that and the bow that shot it.
Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around.
Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow?
I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and take a good look.
Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it.
Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial.
Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Ooh, I know! The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall!
That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else?
Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrist.
Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something.
Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory.
Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket.
Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has!
True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court.
No, don't!
Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it, at that.
I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case.
I'm not sure if there's anything else I need to examine. Nope. I'm good.
I think that's about all we're going to find out from the body for now.
Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. We should probably take a picture of the crime scene, just in case.
Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese!
Really, Athena? Cheese? And I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor.
I think that should do it.
Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive.
This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard.
There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them.
There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remains of another statue?
This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look.
There's something buried in the rubble. The Themis Herald?
Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can.
Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus, she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugo Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I had read that!
You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body?
But we're talking about my friend Junie here! She'd never lead guys on like that!
Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it.
You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material.
Oops.
There's really not much of interest here. At least, that's what my intuition tells me.
Wait! Fine. Pick that one.
Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish-purple in color.
When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage.
You mean this duffel bag-looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that just leaves the question. Were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is.
Let's go get Professor Layton. Mr. Wright! Athena!
Oh, here comes Apollo! I've never seen anyone move so fast.
Listen! Something big's happened! I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the?
We've already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here...
No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial.
What? It's like the mock trial?
I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial!
You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it?
Oh, here comes the cops! The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police.
Yes, boss!
That was weird. Go, man. I can't believe this is happening.
I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Ah! Athena! Athena! There you are. Junie! Am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm a student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy.
Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know?
Well, first, I like to present my badge at you.
That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know. That gold sunflower really suits you. Thanks, but I know you'll make a fabulous judge someday, Junie. Thank you, but even if I become a judge, I'll never have one of those sunflower badges. Wait, so she only envies me for the badge? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been? 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly.
She was never this stiff and formal before.
I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of until... well, you know. Oh right, Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course.
What sort of teacher was Professor Court?
If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law.
Oh, shut up.
What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial.
Oh? You mean all of the students in the judge course had to submit a script?
And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie! Oh, thank you. But now, Professor Court is... who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me.
You inhale your sunflower.
Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. She's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. So the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, and a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence.
Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all of that ready.
Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all of the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult! I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and the prosecution both had equal chance of winning.
If you think that's all she's capable of, you got another thing coming.
Huh? Who said that?
I have no idea. Oh! Jennifer's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as a defendant, man! I think I've found a rival to my cords of steel.
Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guest? As student council president, I won't have you treat them rudely.
You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes.
Yep, I'm Athena Sykes!
And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugo Connor. Don't forget it. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests.
Ugh, most pretentious introduction ever! And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh!
Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction! Sorry! Now here's my intro! I'm Robin Newman! I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys! No! Where's the sincerity? Okay, I need to stop there. Because we've hit the 30-minute mark, and my 3DS is dying. So, I will see you guys in the next video.
Phew! Finally! So this is it! The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. Jesus Christ, how are you that late? At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally.
Echelons of the legal world.
We've just entered the dark hour. Seriously, there's a lot of parallels to Persona with this part. Spoilers, they all did it. That's the end of case 3, guys. Let's go to case 4.
Oh no, I'm gonna be late!
Sorry, something just happened.
This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete.
Hey, Athena, over here!
Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo! I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late.
It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive.
But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone in the school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are.
Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. God, that text went really slow.
Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there.
Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Dual Destinies! Again, this time we are finally starting Case 3, Turnabout Academy. I have extremely mixed thoughts about this case. It's not bad, but it's also not good in my opinion. It's around the same level as Case 2, it's kind of weak, and there's also a lot of canon inconsistencies that are in this case in particular, which... well, you'll see once we get to that point. So let's just start.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest